Okay, let's give you guys some practice. So here, evaluate this. Okay, so press pause and have a go. Okay, so to evaluate this here, we were we were given this. So to evaluate this here, break this up into this, and then break this up into this. Okay, so now this is a constant, and remember this is from 0 to 3 would be 4 steps. Okay, so it would be 4 times this constant. That would then give you this 8. Okay, and then this whole thing here translates to this thing here. Okay, and then now it's just a matter of you trying to evaluate this. So square root of 1 here will be 1. Square root of 4 will be 2. Square root of this here will be a 4. And then visualize 4 to the power of 3 as 4 squared times a 4 here. Okay, and then this block here is the same as this block times this block here. So now that would then square root of 4 squared would be a 4, and blah blah blah. It will take you to 23. Okay, so the answer is 23. Okay, so next question here. So evaluate this. Okay, and we've seen these in the past. Okay, and remember, I'm asking you to just accept this one here, and just to accept this one here. Okay, yeah, accept these two. So use these here to evaluate this. Okay, so press pause and have a go. Okay, so to evaluate this here, hang on. So to evaluate this here, you've got to multiply out the brackets first, because at the moment you've got a bubble here, so you can't just break into this and break into this because of this squared here. You've got to work this whole thing out first. So so it's really 2k minus 5 times by itself, because that's what squared means. 2k minus 5 here. This times this here will give you this, and then this times this here will give you minus 10k, and then this times this here will give you another minus 10k. That's why you've got minus 20k here, and then the negative 5 times the negative 5 will give you 25. So this thing here will become this. Now we can apply our theorems here. So break this up. So this will then become this. Don't forget this is a constant, so you can actually take it out here. Well, anyway, this thing here will become this. Okay, and then this thing here will become this. And again, 20 is a constant. You can actually take it out in front of the sigma. Well, anyway, this thing here will become this. This thing here, this is a constant. So remember, when you come to evaluate this here, from 1 to 100, it's actually 100 steps. If this here was a 0 here, then there would be 101 steps. But because there's a 1 here, from 1 to 100, it's actually 100 steps. So you've got to get 100 steps times 25. Then that will then give you this. Okay. Well anyway, here we would use our formula here to evaluate the sum of the k here. So hang on. So this block here is actually this because of this formula here. Hang on. So remember this here. When you're trying to evaluate k on its own, just k, the formula would be this. When you're trying to evaluate k squared, then we would use this formula here. Okay. So remember, k on its own will be this formula here. K squared will be this formula here. So it's just us using that. Okay, so this is us evaluating the k on its own. So we would use this formula here. Well, anyway, this block here will become this. And then when you're trying to evaluate k squared, then you would use this formula here. Okay, so this block here becomes this. Remember the 4 is on the outside here, and then minus 20 is on the outside here. So hang on, this block becomes this. This thing here becomes this. Okay, So now it's just a matter of jumping to your calculator and then blah blah blah, and then it will take you to this hopefully. Okay.